Hello, welcome in you guys. We're gonna get started in just a minute. How are you guys? Welcome in. We're gonna get started in just a minute. Hello. All right. You have a question? What's the question? Welcome in you guys. Thank you for being here. So we're actually not doing any divination practices. Also, you guys, say hello to Princess. Hi, sweetie. You know, we're just gonna wing it today and see what pops up. Hi, love. Oh, you can't go over there. Yeah, she's adorable. Hello. I have a lap cat for the time being. At the moment, we're doing energy cleansing, and then we're going to be doing energy healing, which you could see it as a form of energy manipulation. It doesn't use anyone else's energy but your own, but it utilizes source energy to help basically enhance your own healing abilities, is the best way that I can describe it. She ran away. No more cat for the time being. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome in. All right, we're gonna use the big satin spar today for cleansing. We're just not doing any divination on this page. This one is just for Reiki, I'm sorry. Thank you for the rose. I'm like, I can't see it. It's tiny. But thank you. Thank you for following and welcome in, you guys. Thank you guys for following and sharing. You know, some states you have to have a massage license in order to be able to do Reiki in person. I'm planning on getting that eventually, but for the time being, distance Reiki is the go-to. Actually, a mutuals with a company in Texas that just opened a Reiki business there. They are also for massaging, which I think is really cool. I can't remember their name of the username at the moment, but they have like 4 people working there. They're really nice, actually. I live in Washington. State, not DC. Yeah, it's one of my goals. I have a few different goals, but that's one of them. But also, I already do massages. I'm just not licensed in it. But like, it's not for business purposes, just like for friends. I used to have this one friend that I hung out with all the time. We would literally just hang out and then we would just give each other massages. It was so funny. But yes, I live in Olympia. Good old Washington. It's not raining right now. Feeling a little bit of anxiety in the chat, but mostly it's like a need for self-love in the context of inner child. So we're gonna focus on stress relief for a minute, and then I'm gonna switch into sunstone. So basically we're going from cold to hot. Exactly. Yeah. You're in Seattle. My cousin Mars lives in Seattle. I went clubbing for the first time in Seattle a couple weeks ago. It might have been a month or two ago, but I think it was a couple weeks. I'm bad with time. Thank you for following. That was quite the experience. Sorry for the weird filter thing. If you guys saw that. Hello! Thank you guys for following and welcome in. You guys can hear the train like an ambiance and all the birds. Oh yeah, I went because I was invited by a coworker who is now one of my best friends. They're amazing, and it was a very interesting experience. It's not really my kind of scene. I was like maybe once a year at max. I'm glad you made it in. But it was quite the experience. You know, good for like a once in a lifetime opportunity situation. It was fun. It was very chaotic. I had never had a Long Island iced tea, so that was a adventure. But anyways, leaving that alone. Adrian, it's good for like go like one time with some friends, see if you would like it, but it's, you know, it's a very crowded environment and you have to be comfortable with being in close proximity to other people. Yeah. And honestly, you really need to have good music playing or it's just like not great. Oh, it's not that fun. But thank you for following. All right. We're gonna go ahead and use some rose quartz for self-love, but I'm also going to go ahead and use some sodalite for working on the throat because I'm feeling either someone has a sore throat or it's just really blocked at the moment. Some of you might get the urge to cough or like gag. Thank you for following. Yeah, it was very chaotic. It was quite the adventure. Thank you for following. If you guys do go to things like that, make sure you're staying completely hydrated though. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Is she okay? For about 5 days. I did just start feeling sinus pressure. Some of you are also experiencing seasonal allergies. I can't articulate, which makes complete sense. We'll work a little bit on that too. Strong and strange. You know, that's a good description for Reiki. I love it though. Oh, I hope she feels better. I'm sorry if I missed any comments, you guys. Deviated septum. Oh, I have a deviated septum, but yeah, I don't think it's that noticeable until I'm actually paying attention to it. Of course. I don't know why they're wanting me to show you a tiny duck, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the tiny duck. I think I've shown some of you guys it before. Just a little duck. Very cute. They're just like pointing at it in my mind's eye, and I'm like, why? Oh no. Isn't it cute? I have a blue one. I have a blue and a pink one. Loki has another blue one on his altar, and then on Apollo's I have a yellow one. You have a yellow one too? I love that. You had a dream about rubber ducks. That might have been a sign for you then. Because they were just pointing out at me, like, show it. So I was like, I don't know what they want me to do with this, but it could have been a sign for somebody. Because sometimes they do that. I'm going to switch from the sodalite to celestite. Some of you might get a little bit floaty. Just make sure that you kind of wiggle it out a little bit. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is so weird. The celestite is hitting in the sacral. Okay. So sometimes spirits of the deceased will actually enter our dreams in order to communicate with us, especially as a medium. That will happen like often. Sometimes it just means that you're missing them, but a lot of the times it's just them being like, hey, I'm still around, I'm supporting you. So if it was a nightmare, make sure that you're paying attention to the other things that were involved. And if there was water of any form, water is symbolism of emotion. So always pay attention to water and the, what do you call it? Elements in your dreams. It's extremely important. Some calmness, yeah. Hello, welcome in. If you're feeling a little bit of anxiety up in your chest, make sure you're taking some deep breaths. You are completely safe. Celestite is good for aiding in higher self connection, angelic realm connection, intuition boosting, and clear communication with yourself and the divine. It has a few other properties too, but that's the main ones that I use it for. I'm sorry if I missed any comments, you guys. Probably another 60 years. That's a massive anxiety-related dream, tsunamis. That is usually inner turmoil. Yeah. Thank you for following. I am a crystal person. I have like 40 plus crystals. It's actually funny. I broke one of my crystals, so I ordered 4 more. Thank you guys for following. Yeah. Didn't have an excuse for that one. I was like, oh, well, I broke one, so might as well order more. And then I was like, for depression. So I highly recommend smoky quartz, howlite, amethyst, lepidolite, rhodonite. Those ones are all really good ones for depression. Also black obsidian is really good too. I forget about them sometimes. Really underrated one, crocodile jasper. It's good for balancing the mind, body, and spirit and emotional issues, so it's really nice. So many questions. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. It really just depends on the crystal, Lisa. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that, Wanda. Not being able to say goodbye to your loved ones when they're passing is really difficult. I send you healing. Just know that they're likely still with you and still support you. Even if you just talk to them like a prayer. Your ancestors will always hear you. Just make sure you always say, if you're talking to general ancestors, ancestors in alignment with my highest good. Otherwise you might end up with some ones that you don't like. Or that will not like you. Yes, of course. Thank you guys for following. I don't know if I have that crystal near me at the moment. Not a crystal, it's a seashell. Let me take a look. Yes, I do. Walking in the rain helps so much. It cleanses your energy, it helps you play, it helps your inner child heal. It's so important. You know, peace and sanity. I started watching Steven Universe because it was all over TikTok, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it. So now I'm just kind of obsessed with that show. A little bit too much. So every time I hear the word diamond, I'm like, oh, okay. I just end up connecting it to that. It's so cute, but also so traumatic. If you guys ever watched it, you know what I mean. Thank you for following. Some of you actually might feel like you are getting a bit of a hug right now. I'm feeling like a very specific feminine energy nearby. Oh, for real. I love that show. I also just heard a hawk, so that might be a sign for someone other than just me. I'm gonna go ahead and switch into another seashell with this one still. By the way, this one, barnacle with oyster shells, very good for healing grief. This kind, I'm forgetting the name of it, very good for self-love. Yeah, I'm feeling a very feminine energy. Of course, Loki's also around. But, yeah. You guys are being loved and supported. Lady Freya, that would make sense. I did hear the hawk, so. I lit Aphrodite's candle today while I was getting ready. Welcome in from Olympia, Washington in the US. Hey Tracy, welcome in. Thank you for liking the live. Hello, lay by my grave. Hello, Phantom. We're gonna go ahead and switch from the the seashells over to Vivianite for helping clear away negativity in the heart chakra, but also unlocking the heart. If you guys want a really kind of morbid but awesome fact, look up how Vivianite's made. Blessings to you. Thank you for the finger hearts. Also, I'm happy to let you guys know after the 20th of this month, I will be live way more often. Yeah, I'm feeling like a throbbing in the right ear and then up into the throat. Some of you are going to receive some pressure relief. I'm also getting called to use selenite for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that while I am focusing on the heart space as well. Thank you for the roses. Take some deep breaths if you're feeling a little bit of a buildup in the upper chest. It's really cool. Very cool. Hello. Thank you for the roses, Reiki Healthcare. It's good to see you. If you guys are not following Reiki Healthcare, by the way, you guys should go give him a follow. They are amazing. Your head feels floatier. I was just thinking the same thing. Hello, welcome in. Some of you have a bit, oh, that's cute. Thank you for the little crown. Some of you have a bit of a migraine right now, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and switch from selenite to amethyst, but I'm gonna continue to work in the heart space as well. Also, if you've been crying, I would recommend putting something like a warm washcloth over your eyes, because they might feel a little bit puffy and tired. Also, take a nap. You deserve it. Sending an energetic hug to you. I can feel it physically. I can feel these things. One benefit of being a psychic and a Reiki healer, I can usually tap into these kinds of things, whether intended or not. They'll also be shown to me visually sometimes. It's very helpful. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the heart space for you. It's okay to be vulnerable. You're safe. I can, but only on certain backgrounds can I see auras. So for me, the easiest way for me to be able to see your aura is if you are, sorry, my heater just turned on, is if you are standing in front of a black, tan, or white background, just like a solid background. That makes it a lot easier for me to be able to focus. I can help with anxiety for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some howlite for anxiety or stress relief. Is someone painting their toes? I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. I'm definitely feeling the heart activation right now. Yeah, Amanda, that was my response too. I'm like, wait a second. Yes, I sleep with crystals underneath my pillow when I am going to bed. My go-tos, black obsidian. I have a couple that I use. Sometimes I use black obsidian, your nails. I was specifically feeling toes for some reason, but sometimes rose quartz. I sleep with my ammonite under my pillow because it helps with psychic dreams and prophetic dreams, but mostly I just do it for psychic dreams. Celestite, if I am trying to connect to my spirit guides a little bit more and I'm feeling disconnected. Really just depends. And then positivity stones because nightmares are real. Not that they're actually real, but you know, like you have nightmares and they suck. So, they're usually a sign of inner turmoil that you haven't been facing, which is when I know that my mental health is like not at a good state. Can also usually tell by the state of my bedroom. We're gonna go a little bit harder into the anti-anxiety at the moment. We're still gonna be using howlite, but I'm adding in lepidolite for not only grounding, but anxiety and stress relief. Some of you just felt like a massive shift into your stomach. Malachite is good, just be careful not to, if you have raw malachite, I actually ordered some, don't put it anywhere that it can get crushed, because if you breathe in any of those particles, it is toxic. You also do not want to put it in water. Do not get that wet. Don't do it. Anger and frustration. Anger is actually healthy. Usually when you're angry, it's actually a sign that you've been hurt, neglected, or someone has just broke your boundaries. Acknowledge it. Take deep breaths. Ask yourself why you feel frustrated or angry and what it's connected to, and then release it for yourself, or use it to fuel your energy to do something else. When I'm angry, I have an easier time working out. Some of you feel like crying. It's okay to cry. You're safe. It's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and switch from howlite for a second, and we're gonna use kunzite for balancing give and take of love. Hi, princess. Are you? She tried to jump up here and then she fell back down. You can come over, it's okay. You're so cute. I'm feeding this energy into your heart space. I know what she's doing. Boundary issues, for sure. Cat, yes. She is a cat. She is not, yeah, she's really funny. Some of the people in my life started calling her Black Tourmaline because she'll steal my tourmaline crystals. It's very specifically that crystal. She will steal that one. She's so funny. Literally. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. This one is called lepidolite or lepidolite, however you want to say it. I usually say lepidolite, but I think it's actually supposed to be lepidolite. L-E-P-I-O-D-E? No, I think it's a T. Yeah, it's a T. I'm better at spelling when I'm writing it. Not gonna lie. You can make fun of that, it's fine. She's just preventing the bad energy, exactly. She's like, we need more protection up in here. She's so funny. I'm gonna go ahead and add in Sunstone into the heart space too, because we really need a little bit more positivity in there. Yeah, they do. I'm gonna go a little slow with this one. Hello. You're feeling a little bit of pressure in your throat. Make sure you're taking some deep breaths. It does, 100%. One of my favorite pairing is Sunstone and Citrine. Adding in the big quartz. Yeah. It can be really intense sometimes. Make sure you're taking a few deep breaths. You are safe. It's going to be okay. Feeling a lot of throat and sacral energy in the chat right now. Hello, welcome in. Are you guys being kind to yourself through words, or are you self-deprecating? You can't be self-deprecating, you guys. Everyone else can be mean to you, so why would you want to also be mean to you? Be nice. You gotta love yourself first and foremost, and I know it's easier said than done. But look at yourself and be like, dang, hello. Even if it's just acknowledging the things that you've accomplished or looking back on your journey so far in life, being like, dang, you've come this far, you've accomplished so much just by being here. You've gotten through all of these different things that have been really difficult to go through. You've processed through it, and you're still here. Even if it's just, hey, I got out of bed today, I brushed my teeth, or, hey, you know, I'm awake, even sitting in my bed, and that is a good enough accomplishment. You are doing so well, and I'm so proud of you. Yes, you can call me Mom, that's fine. It's okay to cry. You're safe, you guys. Self-love is still a journey that I am on too. It's taken a long time to get to where I am, and still working on it. Some days are better than others. Okay. It's 1:11. I love that. Yep. Yes. Okay, so one thing for you guys too, a little simple trick too, when you're first starting out on trying to start being nicer to yourself when you're speech. If you say something cruel to yourself, apologize. Even if it's just in your head and you say, oh, I'm so stupid. Be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I did not deserve that. And then express why you didn't deserve it. And if you have to, think back to the first person who called you that or made you feel that way. It's not you. You're okay. And you're not stupid. So actually, I am going to be doing more private sessions after the 20th, but on weekends, if you guys wanted to, I do have the option of buying a personal Reiki, like a Reiki healing in the Etsy. There's also, if you wanted to, there's now the option of a 15, I'm going to say cookie, 3-minute video personalization for TikTok. Well, you guys already have TikTok because you're here. You just have to make sure that you message me or put in the personalization your username so I can tag you. But I do have that option for people who cannot afford the full session. But if you want the full session, go ahead and order one. It is only going to be on weekends until after like the 25th. And then I should be more free to be able to do it pretty much anytime. Eventually I'll make my own website too, but for now this is where we are. Hello, welcome in. I'm getting called to use hematite, but I feel like this is going to be a massive switch for some of you, and it may cause a little bit of nausea, so I'm going to go ahead and find my yellow jasper for nausea relief. That's good. Thank you for following. So Starbloom Healing is one of my favorite Reiki healers on this app. If you guys are not following her, please go do so. They go live every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. my time, 10 p.m. their time. I am Pacific Standard Time. They are Eastern Standard Time. They're really amazing. I highly recommend them. They also do personal Reiki sessions. They have their own website. They're really cool. Thank you for the little hand hearts. Still feeling massive throat energy, but if I take away the yellow jasper, you guys are gonna get nauseated. I can already feel it like building up, so I'm like, hold on. We'll have to wait a minute. You guys should drink more water. Someone has a very specific kind of migraine in their head. I want to say it's a tension migraine. Also, if you're around people who are stressing you out, take a minute and step away from them. Take some deep breaths. You deserve to be able to feel safe and calm and collected. People who steal your energy or make you feel less than, they're really not worth your time, even if you have to put up with them for that time period. Make sure you're putting yourself first, even if it just means going to hide in the bathroom for like 10 minutes. They don't need to know that's for what you're doing. Also, I'm feeling called to tell you guys, keep your secrets. If you're working on something and other people are making you feel like you're not good enough, or they're making you feel like you're not worthy, or they're putting down what you want to do, don't tell them. Just do it. Don't tell them until it's already accomplished. If you have something you're interested in doing, do it. If you're not hurting anybody else, do it. Have fun. Go experience life the way that you want to. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Other people who try to make you feel bad, it's not their journey. And chances are someone did the same thing to them. That's not fair to you. I'm so sorry. Eenie B. I'm just gonna call you B. I hope that's okay. Thank you for following. Viking King. Yeah. After something like that, water intake is extremely different. You have to have a lot of it. I'm not a doctor, but I recommend Pedialyte, things like that can help you retain it. Also, if you feel like you're not getting enough water, check your salt intake, because chances are you might be missing some sodium. But again, I'm not a doctor. See your doctor for that kind of thing, but little recommendations that might help. I'm glad. I'm glad that I can help. Of course, and I hope that you have a wonderful day at work. Yeah, I work at a tax office, so I definitely understand. Yeah. Hopefully it's been helping a little bit. Oh, you also work at a tax office? Yeah, so you know. Yes, congratulations on beating the cancer. I'm so proud of you. You're a waitress. No, that's even more stressful. I'm so sorry. At least I get to sit down. Sorry. We're gonna do another quick cleanse. I say quick, but not really quick. With the very fat satin spar. Oh, 100%. Well, wait, hold on. I'm only the receptionist, so I'm not the one who's causing them the stress. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Yeah, working customer service has burnt me out for like years. Yes, chills on the satin spar. Okay. Gonna put the satin spar down. I'm gonna use just Reiki for a minute to clear away some negative clouds. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some cord pulling because there are some negative attachments, is the only phrasing I can use. Wow. That was an interesting feeling. Some of you just had your sacral just like open up straight away. A very particular kind of trauma is coming through for some of you. We'll go ahead and focus on some trauma relief too. Oh yeah, high school burnt me out too when I was in there. Tattoo artist. Welcome in. I have a Charlie horse in my foot, so if I start making a face, it is because I am in pain, but I'm going to ignore it. Okay. I am stretching. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of being a tattoo artist too. I might eventually get a tattoo gun and just like practice on myself, but that would be more like a hobby than a career path for me, personally. I still don't have any tattoos though, so I feel like I'd probably get my first one done professionally. Yeah, I figured. They have these little like dot ones that are kind of more like a Dremel shape, but I've never used them. Yeah, thank you for following and being here. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Oh my goodness. Someone's drinking tea, and now I have to ask, is that chamomile? It's like, it might be chamomile lavender specifically. Oh, I bet they do. That's a lot of hand movement. So you can actually infuse things with Reiki, and now I'm sitting here thinking about it, like, I wonder, you could Since you can use sigil magic, matcha and almond milk. Okay. I'm like sitting here like, what is that? What was I saying? Because you can use sigil magic when it comes to tattoos and infuse energy into it. So technically, you could infuse Reiki energy into your tattoos. And I'm sitting here like, that is a great idea. That's really cool. Green tea extract is good for almost everything. I agree. Yes, it's such a good idea. Also, some of you need to like start dancing when you're alone in your bedroom, or even with like groups of people if you feel comfortable with it. Dancing and yoga are really good ways to release trauma that's trapped in the body. So I highly recommend doing things like that, even if you feel a little bit uncomfortable or goofy at first. So you're getting ready in the morning, just do a little dance. Sometimes when I'm eating, I just sit there and wiggle like a weirdo. So just dance a little bit. That movement's so good for your body. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some Auralite for releasing negative patterns. I am going to use my Lemurian quartz, but I'm gonna be honest, I broke her. I dropped her on my counter. So she's broken, so I just have a little itty bitty piece right now, but I ordered a new one. So I'm gonna end up using these for other things, like jewelry or something. But I broke her. I was so sad. It's okay though. Yes, the new moon energy. I'm not gonna lie, I had this big thing planned for the new moon, and then I just like went manic the day before, and then the day of I was like, I can't do anything because I like shut down. I was like, I'm so tired. Yes, Reiki and chatting. See, one of my favorite things about doing Reiki for you guys, other than the fact that I get to help you with healing, is I get to sit here and answer your questions and be able to assist you in the ways that I'm able to. Get to use my knowledge and my healing. So I went to a website called Udemy, and I learned from Melissa, I'm gonna butcher her last name, I think it's Crowhurst. Melissa was my teacher, but there are tons of different Reiki healers that are going to teach you, or that can. I've been attuned in 4 different types of Reiki, but the main one being Mikao Usui General Reiki Healing. The class was kind of expensive, and eventually I will be doing my own class for it, but I just don't have the time yet. There are a few different people who are teaching it on this app. You can find them. Eventually, they changed their name. Someone I know is going to be teaching it pretty soon, but she hasn't started the lessons just yet. But there's a lot of people. Yes, Holy Fire is the one I come across most on this app, funny enough. But I had never heard of it until I started interacting with other Reiki healers, and I think it's so funny. I have been attuned in Amara Reiki, 4-element Reiki, Mikao Usui Reiki, and then Kundalini Reiki. Yes, take it one day at a time, and I'm so proud of you for even putting in the effort for it. By Lisa Powers. Yeah, I was taught by Melissa. Kundalini is intense. I had a Kundalini awakening at one point, and I felt so intruded upon. It was yeah, it was an experience. I was not expecting it though, because I wasn't aiming for that. Feeling a little floaty. Well, you can find the classes online for a little bit cheaper sometimes, but I think on average it's closer to $200. When I teach it, I'm only going to be charging like $50, $60. just because you can self-teach, but you do have to be attuned by a Reiki master, which you can usually actually find free attunements to. You just have to know where to look. It's kind of, yeah, basically. Literally, I think I was doing an angelic meditation when it happened. I was really just sitting in my bed, and then all of a sudden there was snakes, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, no more on this meditation, and called it quits on that day. I was like, no. I was so uncomfortable, but it's okay. Oh my goodness. I actually had an experience, and I still don't know how to feel about this. Basically, I had this weird meditative experience at one point where they claimed I reached enlightenment, and I'm still a little bit weird. I basically ended up stepping onto this platform. It was like a circular platform. There was bluish white energy all around me. It was like a bit like a circle, and it was swooshing up. And then the platform, at the moment I stepped onto it, started going up like an elevator. And at one point they were like, what's your name? And I was like, this is my name. And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay. And then it was just like, you're enlightened. And I'm like, what is this experience? It was so weird. But I don't understand. It's fine. Some things you don't understand, and that is okay. I don't know. Sometimes they show me very strange things in meditation, though. That was one of the weirdest ones that I have experienced. I'll leave it at that, though. Yeah, it was a very strange thing. I was like, this is the weirdest thing for me, but okay. Yeah. I think that's the first time I've actually told that story. So you guys hear that firsthand from this very weird person right here. Shaking a lot last night. Was it a trauma response, or were you cold, anxiety related? Of course. Thank you guys for listening to my wacky story of meditation. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to black kyanite for cutting some negative cords, and then we're gonna use some smoky quartz for not only lifting anxiety and depression, but also for grounding. Okay, there's a lot of head energy. Definitely need some grounding up in here. What was that? Okay, that was funny. Gotcha. Well, make sure you're grounding, Laura, and take your time. Take deep breaths whenever you're feeling stressed out. Make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Some of you might benefit from calling on Archangel Michael for protection. If you're feeling like you're in danger, or you're paranoid, or anything like that, go ahead, and if you want to say it's a prayer, go ahead. If you just want to be like, hey, Archangel Michael, will you please come and offer me protection at this time? Will you be able to assist me in cutting cords with the negative energies and entities and beings in existence and not that are causing me harm at this time? Things like that. They may help you. You can also ask him to assist you in learning light shielding. They have ways of learning that on YouTube if you would like. It might be very helpful to you. All I heard was just do it for them. That was funny. Okay. I mean, I'm cool with that. Literally, it's so funny. Make sure you're taking some deep breaths if you're feeling a little bit stressed out. Some of you are holding on to toxic relationships. You're not ready to let go of them, and so cutting the cord is actually not going to do anything because they'll just repair themselves. You have to be able to make the choice yourself, or the universe will eventually make that decision for you. Both are going to be painful. It really just depends on how you want to go about it. It's definitely your choice, but divine timing will always win. Thank you for following. Thank you guys for following. I'm glad you're here. Alright, we're going to use some smoky quartz for lifting anxiety and depression, and I'm going to add in some black obsidian for grounding. Amanda, the only thing I can recommend during that is mostly stay in your room. Spend time by yourself the best that you can. Yes. Yep. Make the choice or the universe will make it for you. Hits me every time too. Some of you also might benefit from inviting a little bit of chaos into your life. Chaos is a very good thing, despite the fact that people don't always like it. It's like the tower. It can be awful, or it can be a healing experience. It's valid. It's not for everybody, and a lot of the time we end up fighting it, which actually makes it worse. Fun, safe chaos, yes. That's okay. So specifically, when you want to invite chaos, then be like, I want to invite in, I accept chaos in the forms that are in alignment with my highest good, that will assist me in my further growth and from a place of stability. It'll help a little bit more, but you might still get, you'll still have the tower moment. Oh no, not an entire Saturn return. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know, you probably have enough chaos then. I would say that you have enough chaos there. You know, when I see the tower moment in my deck, my immediate response is either, oh, it's just Loki. I shouldn't say just Loki, but like, oh, it's Loki. Or I have an opportunity to change something that's not good for me. And that is the way that you guys should be looking at it. Hi dear, we are actually not doing readings right now. But keep your mind open, listen to the Nikola Tesla frequency and be like, I am worthy of the job that I want. I am worthy of the opportunities that are in alignment with my highest good. Things like that. I'm gonna be honest, lay in my grave, I have no idea what I just said about the things that aren't good for you. Yeah, no, I'm sorry I lost it. Oh no, does someone else remember what I said? Sometimes when I'm not talking from my own headspace and I'm like giving someone else's message, it just shoots out and then it's gone. Oh, about how you should look at it. Yeah, so basically what I do when it comes to my deck, when I get the tower moment, you gotta look at it as an opportunity to change and to let go of the things that are no longer in alignment with you. It's an opportunity for growth. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, about the tower. Thank you. Hopefully that was similar to what I think I said. It is how I feel about it, so it's probably the exact same, but... Some of you are experiencing a lot of anxiety right now. You might get the urge to cry in a moment. Make sure that you take some deep breaths, you are safe, and if you want to cry or you feel the need to, cry. It's okay. The last time I went live, I cried twice on here with you guys, so... Thank you for following. Still need to post that to YouTube. Haven't done that yet. My service has been pretty bad, so I haven't been able to download it. Thank you for following. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to follow my YouTube, it is the same name as it is here. At some point this summer, probably starting next month, I'm going to also be posting meditations. I'm glad that you made it in. The universe will guide you to me whenever you actually need me. And sometimes the For You page just sees that you like my videos and it's just like, hey, come back. Oh, crying is good for you even if it hurts. So I actually don't have any sound bowls yet. They're really expensive, otherwise I would. I just realized I'm actually attuned to 5 Reikis, not 4. I just never remember this one because I don't use it. Tibetan Reiki. Yeah, I never use it. I should really utilize it because I have it. Okay, I'm getting called to use the elements now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I want to say your name is Cherith. I would actually recommend going to an astrologer. Go to an astrologer and have them do a reading for your career path in life, and see what is in alignment with that. If you're anything like mine though, it basically was like, we have no idea because you won't be able to choose. I have too many things that I find interesting or that I love, so I can never stick to just one thing. I have like several things that I put my toes in the water to, and then I cannot just focus on one. I need to experience all of them or I'm not satisfied. And that's okay. Although apparently I would be good as an investigator or something in mysteries, which is ironic because I'm a Reiki healer and a witch. So mysteries. Oh, that's just a monetary reason. Yeah, no. I don't love taxes. I'm really bad at math. Yeah, it was a huge shift when I did this one. Thank you guys for following. Yeah, I'm really bad at math, but that's okay. I would much rather be doing this full time. Exactly. And I'm a psychic. So, mysteries. It's really funny. Sometimes my abilities will activate more when I'm around other people. So I was talking to a friend yesterday and they were talking about like interactions with spirits they've had, and I was shown their old house and like this room, like a laundry room. She was like, yeah, I had the spirit that used to sit in this room like in the corner, and then I described it and they're just like, what? And I'm like, yeah. Unlikely unless they were to just tell me. It's more of I just get the messages kind of a thing, and when they come in, they come in. So I don't always get to control it, but I can communicate with your spirit guides. But that's not really the kind of thing that I would do. It's mostly for helping you with shadow work and healing. Some of you are feeling a little bit of a pressure in your chest. Make sure you're taking some deep breaths. Sometimes those mischievous spirits, though, they just want to be acknowledged. So if you're just being like, hey, I acknowledge you're there, but please stop, and setting firm boundaries. You are allowed to set boundaries with the deities you work with and with the spirits that are around you. Yes. I was like, hold on, some of you need to take deep breaths. We're going to be working through this one spot here for a minute because it is really intense. Yeah. Thank you for following. You are safe. It is okay. Yeah, I'm definitely more of an emotional person. Oh. happy early birthday, and I'm sorry that you're feeling depressed. Do something for yourself. Do something that makes you happy, even if it's just doing a face mask, taking a bubble bath, lighting some candles and reading your favorite book, or reading a new book. Go outside, lay in the grass, do something fun. Or go do something chaotic and spontaneous. I know that it can be really hard to even get out of bed when you're feeling depressed. As someone who has major depressive disorder, I understand. Try to get yourself to do something, even if it's literally just, you would usually lay in bed being depressed. Go lay in the grass. Do what you would do in bed, but in the grass. Even if you want to wrap yourself up in a blanket still and just lay there, that's okay. You're gonna be perfectly okay. Just take deep breaths. You are so supported and you are so loved. It's not easy. Mental health is never easy. Especially when you've gone through traumas and neglect. Exactly. Oh, we need everyone. Here's the thing. Even the people we don't like, there's a reason they're around. Whether that be just to force your growth, or the growth of the collective that they end up interacting with, or it's because basically they're just in denial and need to heal everything that they're dealing with. But every single person has a meaning, whether they believe it or not, whether they know it or not. And a lot of people don't know, or they don't care. But whether they want it or not, eventually, even if it takes years, because everyone is on their own timeline, they're going to find that. Beautiful choice of words, thank you. Yeah, definitely not easy all the time, but you don't have to be open-minded to the concept of wanting to stay and interact with those people. You have every right to cut those people out of your lives. You should, actually. If someone's making you feel depressed or unhappy, or someone's hurting you, get yourself away from the situation. You deserve better. That's not saying that they don't deserve good things, but they don't deserve you. If they're hurting you, they don't deserve you. And they'll realize that eventually, and even if they don't, that's not your problem. Your priority, your number one priority, should be you, always. I'm so proud of you for choosing yourself. Make sure you're setting firm boundaries, and if people disrespect those boundaries or they complain about them, they're only complaining about it because they benefited from you not having them. And that's a them problem, not a you problem. Separate yourself. You're safe. It's okay. Definitely. Thank you for the rose. 101 likes. Yep, people will do that. One thing in life, one of the most challenging things. Thank you, Astral. If you guys have not followed Astral Healing Reiki, they're another one of my favorite Reiki healers. Highly recommend it. Their name is Jaden. I absolutely adore them. They're amazing. Hopefully it is a good intense, not a bad intense. I forgot what I was saying, you guys, but make sure you're choosing yourself. And other people will challenge those. Someone is always going to criticize you and treat you poorly. You have to be the one to choose yourself and choose to separate yourself from those people that are hurting you. That is actually a lesson everyone has to go through, and it is one of the hardest lessons to do because it hurts. Yes. We are a great community, and I love all of them so much. Yes. Yes, but here's the thing, Amanda. People who don't have those issues in early life are going to have it in later life. That's when all their growth happens. And it is not easy. Yes. There is an oracle card that I have in my deck. Ooh, I'm gonna work on that. Someone just got like a heart palpitation. No, you're good. Yeah, it hurt. I was like, oh gosh. Hopefully you're okay. Take some deep breaths. Yeah. But Lay by My Grave, that one, it is the idea of not having these negative things happen in your later life is also difficult, because that would mean that you're experiencing most of it in the beginning of your life. Like, I've gone through years of traumatic experiences, and no matter how much I heal, my brain will be chemically damaged. So I'll have to deal with that my entire lifetime. So while we don't have to deal with the traumatic experiences later, we'll always have to deal with that. And that's when we have to learn the healthy coping mechanisms and learn how to take care of ourselves, especially if we were neglected as children. A lot of us weren't taught how to take care of ourselves. We don't even know. And relearning that is some of the hardest things to do. Some of you feel like you're gonna cry, it's okay. It is so difficult to learn through these experiences, but it's worth it. Some people, everyone's on their own journey, but some people will experience these things for a longer period of time. Some will experience them towards the end, some of them only in the beginning. Me too. It's not easy for anyone. Everyone has their own journey and everyone's going through something, whether you can see it or not. So have compassion. I'm not saying forgive people for the bad things they do to you. That's up to you, but even if you forgive them, don't let them back in your life if they're going to continue hurting you. That's where boundaries come in, and self-protection is so important. But make sure you're choosing yourself, first and foremost, always. It is not selfish to love yourself, and to protect yourself, and to choose yourself. Hecate is my matron, so I love your username, by the way. Start by going to therapy. Choosing yourself, choosing to find out how to love yourself. If you experience severe anxiety, learn healthy coping mechanisms. Learn the TAP method, specifically, is what I'm picking up on. Grounding methods, meditation, therapy, things like that that'll help you. If you want to start working with a deity for assistance in your healing. The reason I became a witch, the reason I started Reiki in the first place, both of them, same reason, my mental health. I started with the intended purpose of healing myself and healing others. I've always known I wanted to help other people heal, but when I was younger, I always thought it'd be through my voice. Little did I know I'd be doing both. You're gonna be okay. Take some deep breaths, and if you feel like crying, then take some deep breaths. My life path number, I want to say it was 9, but I can't remember at the moment. Exactly. I could be wrong on the life path number. I think it was 9, but it also could be 6. I can definitely feel a blockage when it comes to emotion. Some of you probably learned a unhealthy coping mechanism in order to block your emotions, in order to protect yourself from the negative eyes of others, in which case you would benefit from the Nazar, which I'm not wearing the ring right now and I don't know where I would have my symbol, but I always recommend balancing physical and metaphysical. So when you are learning to heal, the groundwork is extremely important. Yes, some of you will know the Nazar symbol as only the evil eye symbol. It's the blue eyeball, but it is called the Nazar. Cultural appropriation has made it where people just say evil eye. It's not necessarily true. It protects against it, but yeah, yes. I feel like I'm like a dog digging in the ground to reach a bone. Take some deep breaths if you're feeling a bit of buildup in your throat. Do you mean like, do I send jinxes out and things like that? Or are you meaning like, or do you mean like the protection form of it? Because I personally have a protection ward around myself that not only protects myself from it, but it protects other people from it, the unnecessary judgment. Because sometimes it's unintended. And I don't want to send that kind of energy at people unless they do me harm. So I believe in it, but I wouldn't say that I would suggest it. You gotta work on yourself. Why would you be focused on other people when you're the one who needs healing? Just say it. But like, everyone's on their own path. I'm not gonna be awful to someone who chooses to do that kind of thing, but some people can't focus on it at the same time. I just have a lot of experience with energy work, so I can focus on the feeling and the communication at the same time, but by the same standards, sometimes I can't remember what I'm saying. So I'll just be talking, and it's information I know, but I won't remember what I'm saying, which if you end up rewatching this live at all, or some of my other ones, I'll be like, I have no idea what I was just talking about, while answering questions. Almost through this very, like, one piece. Literally. Welcome to the ADHD. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD, but I am OCD, but I have a bunch of other things, so I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, no, same, Jaden. Yeah, all the time, all the time. We're almost through this one. I'm not gonna rush it, because I feel like we're getting to a very sensitive spot. Hold on. Some of you need to blow bubbles. Or do like a bubble beard. Go. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's so cute. You're being called to do bubbles. You guys, that's so funny. Oh my goodness. Literally, me too. I do use crystals all the time, actually. Right now, I'm just being called to just use Reiki. We're gonna go ahead and use some amber for a second, though. For some of you, this might feel a little bit sticky. Like walking through mud or like tree sap. Deb, that's a really hard one. Yeah. I struggle with, I have a lot of different mental health issues as well. Take it one step at a time. Ask for guidance if needed. Some people find working with the angels to be a little bit intimidating, but if you have any specific deity in mind, or you feel like you would like a deity confirmation reading to see if there's any of them that would be willing to help you through mental health things, you could always purchase a reading from me, or you can do one yourself, or you can reach out to a deity that you have in mind. If you're Christian, you could work with Jesus and see if he would help you with the healing. Light a candle for him, talk to him, pray to him. Do that for the angels. You don't even need a candle, really. You could just pray. If you believe in other deities, like I believe in all gods and all angels, all of the infernals. I believe in all of them. The ones that want to help you will help you. And sometimes the ones you reach out to aren't going to be the ones that are meant for you, but they will help you, the ones that are wanting to. Or some of you might look into your ancestry. Say, ancestors that are in alignment with my highest good, please assist me in healing the way that I need to, and guide me on my path to healing. They can help you. 111 on the chat. And that's perfectly okay. It's not for everybody. It's just gonna benefit some people. I believe in all of them, personally. I have 8 altar spaces set up. If that tells you anything, but I interact with a lot more deities than I have altars for. So, take some deep breaths. Of course. It's very warm all of a sudden. Yes. The moment you're open to receiving the assistance is the moment everything changes. We're going to go ahead and get into a little bit of grief healing. I went to church for years and didn't believe in the Christian God at that time at all. And I'm not Christian, for the record. Like at all. But I didn't believe in any of them. It wasn't until years later, after I got out of a 5-year abusive relationship, where I discovered witchcraft, which I had already been interested in it, but I had never practiced it because other people were like, it's not real, you're being ridiculous. The moment I stopped listening to other people and started just doing what I wanted was when I discovered my matron, Hecate. When Loki came into my life, he's my patron, and then everyone else included. And I will never regret the experiences that I've had, even if some of them were extremely painful. Some of them were extremely difficult, I'm not gonna lie to you, but they have been so supportive, so helpful. I would not be anywhere near where I am if it wasn't for them. And I know they're gonna be like, well, you should give yourself more credit. I am giving myself credit, but the guidance that I've received is the only reason I've pushed it this far as quickly as I have. It's only been 4 years. I used to cry for weeks on end. I wasn't able to get out of bed. I wasn't able to do anything. I was just crying all the time. I wasn't able to feel motivated for anything. I felt lost, confused, afraid all the time. I still struggle with anxiety and panic attacks, but I can get out of bed now. I can breathe. I can go and enjoy things now. I haven't completely regained my passions for things, but I went from not being able to do anything to being able to do so many more things that I love and that I am grateful for. These experiences have helped me so far on my path. Doesn't mean it's for everybody, but I am extremely grateful and I will always be. And I'm so proud of you guys for choosing to heal. That is one of the hardest things to do. Rome was not built in a day, but it surely was taken down in one. But I can tell you this, it can take decades to rebuild, but when it does, it'll be better than it was before. Exactly. Exactly. Definitely. Embracing life is so important. And Reiki has assisted me so much too. I am so proud of you. It's okay to cry. You are safe. If you ever have any questions, you can message me on Instagram. I don't know how to open my DMs on TikTok, or I would, so you guys can send me questions. But if you guys ever have any questions about it, because I have been a practicing witch for 4 years, and I'm always happy to help. I do say that you guys have to purchase my readings because I do have a shop for that. But if you ever want deity confirmations or general readings, at one point I am going to be offering angelic readings specifically, but at the moment you can just do normal tarot readings. Or if you want to do a deity reading and request an angel instead, I can do that. Anything like that. For some reason, Archangel Gabriel is coming through, so some of you might benefit from working with them. Which, by the way, Gabriel can be seen as a woman or a man, feminine or masculine, but that goes with all of the archangels. Just so you know, they could be either gender, or either of those, or somewhere in between. It really doesn't matter, but just so you guys know. Most people don't know that. Yeah, most people don't. I'm gonna go ahead and switch into rose quartz because we need some self-love in the chat. Make sure you're speaking kindly to yourself. Even if it's just complimenting something you did well today. Be like, hey, I'm proud of you for brushing your teeth. I'm proud of you for getting out of bed. I'm proud of you for doing the dishes. I'm proud of you for going to work. I'm proud of you for going outside and just taking a few deep breaths or taking out the trash. I'm proud of you for getting dressed today. Be proud of yourself. It doesn't matter if it's something big or small, if it's one task or 4. Love yourself. You deserve it. I'm gonna be honest, the easiest way to start feeling okay in a really sick society, because it is really damaged, you have to start cutting yourself off from outside forces a lot more. And one thing that's really kind of awful about healing, and don't get me wrong, it's worth it in the end, you have to be able to, you have to be willing to let go of all of these things and all of these people. You gotta be willing to be alone. It's not easy, it hurts, but if you don't choose it, the universe will do it for you. Actually, Dark Horse, that's where we're focusing right now, is the heart space. Oh, it's so hard. And you can ask Archangel Michael to assist you in cutting out those negative people and cords and helping him, ask him to help you remove them. It's gonna be painful. It'll be worth it. Hecate's helped me a lot with that too. And Loki as well. And they're so loving and supportive. Even if it's painful, healing will always be worth it. We're gonna go ahead and add in some kunzite. For me, it was just that they ended up coming in way more often. For me, the ones that are most present to me are Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron. But start interacting with them, start praying to them, start talking to them. And then whichever ones pop in more, they'll make it obvious to you. And you could always ask them to show you very specific signs if they are that individual. Like you can be like, Archangel Michael, if you are with me, please show me the image of a dolphin today. Or like a certain bird. Or like a sword. Things like that. If you're into tarot, Archangel Michael is usually the wands. Or air association. Though you could see him as swords, because he is the sword of God. Like, right hand, so. It's okay. Everyone's new to things. It's all a new experience. It's a learning experience, and that's what makes it awesome. You could always reach out to Loki. See if he wants to work with you. There are thousands of angels. You have the 7 main archangels that people know about and talk about, but there are so many that people don't even know about. There's so many. Yeah, there are a lot. That's good. I am on YouTube. I don't know if we did, but I do listen to a lot of music related to Apollo. I have his altar set up too. Listen to a lot of playlists that are specifically made for his, like, an offering to him. So it's possible, but I don't recall. Sorry. Still really spicy. I don't really have a way of lightening up the ginger except for add less of it, but so if you're feeling threatened when you're first starting getting into divination, my recommendation: energetic protection, warding, and then just cleansing regularly. Anytime you're using your deck, before you use it, blow on it or knock on it. Think about the words energy cleanse. Use some sound cleansing. Just ring a bell around it. And then only ask questions to your spirit guides if you're still learning how to do protection. Be like, hey, spirit guides, will you be able to answer this question? Definitely make sure you're cleansing regularly. That is the #1 thing to do. You can burn lavender, you can burn incense, you can just blow on things, you can use sound, you could screech like a pterodactyl or smack some frying pans together. Cleansing can be done in many, many ways. It'll be okay. It could be a trickster spirit, it could be a house spirit that just wants to mess with you. It could be an ancestral spirit that might be like hanging around in a negative context, in which case you could ask, again, Archangel Michael for assistance in removing these spirits and energies that are causing you stress and anxiety. It could also be that they just want your attention. So a trickster spirit, usually it's a spirit that is coming in to intimidate you or pretend to be something else in order to get its way. Usually they just want to eat your energy. They hang around and do things that are gonna basically stress you out and cause you harm mentally. They can't really do anything physically. Though sometimes they do like steal your things and like move them around. But there are other energies and entities that'll do the same thing for non-malicious reasons. Sometimes they just want your attention. It's true. Bay leaves are great. The type of cards too, it can be. Yeah. So cutting cords and cleansing all the time, super important. I cleanse my energy like 3 times a day. And I use protection. That sounds really weird. I have energy protections, like a ton of them. And anyways, yeah, you can laugh too. I have wards, so your spirit guides will never have ill intent towards you, and they will never want to hurt you. They will push you in ways to try to force your healing though, so for the record, sometimes it'll feel like they have malicious intention and they don't. They're just like, you need to get this done. And then they'll just like shove you off the cliff. They're like, okay, bye! Toodaloo! Oh my goodness, they're so funny, but like, they're, oh gosh. If your spirit guides are anything like mine, they will, it's chaotic. And if you end up having any dragons around, good luck. Oh, mine have a sense of humor in the context of they will rock my world, so to speak. I have a hiatal hernia too. It is extremely uncomfortable. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. I don't really have a solution. I use Reiki in order to help with the nausea, but other than that, Dramamine and acid reflux medicine is the only thing to help. They do have this one trick where you get on your tiptoes and then you like slam yourself down, and it like is supposed to help force it down a little bit. But I'm not a doctor. Definitely medical attention would be the recommendation. I don't have a doctor at the moment, so kind of like raw dogging this, but that's okay. They love it when you say good morning. You actually might be seeing cardinal birds. That's a sign for you from your spirit team. I just immediately picked up on that. So look for cardinals. Yeah. Amanda, yes. For sound cleansing especially. They send me blue jays all the time too. It's so funny. They'll be like, oh, you're having a bad day? Here's a blue jay. 333, 444, 888, 808. And I'm like, okay. They're so funny. Lisa, hummingbirds. Pay attention to hummingbirds. And eagles. And butterflies, I love that. Also, Lisa, if you see the eagle specifically, try to meditate. And maybe cleanse your energy before you meditate. Amanda, same. I'm going to work and they're like, haha, here you go. Here's an angel number on the license plate. Cleansing away negativity is actually a way of being able to keep out the negative energy, in which case it could be negative people in your life, negative spirits, stress, anxiety, things like that. I see girls all the time too. They're a sign for me for a different reason. Paying attention to that too. I'm gonna hop off in like 5 minutes though, you guys. Dogs. They can also be a sign. Some of you might have to pee. You shouldn't hold that. Go to the bathroom. I know that's random, but like, don't just like ignore that. You guys are so funny. Thank you. I'm like, don't just ignore that. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna use a little bit of black obsidian for grounding. I would use my big one, but I think I left it in my sunroom. Actually, it could be under my pillow. Black obsidian's great for helping prevent nightmares, by the way, but make sure you cleanse it. I'm glad that I was here. I am going to start going live more often, you guys. I know I've said this earlier in the live, so if you've been here, you've heard this. After April 20th, I should be able to go live more often. Those lives are probably going to be extended to about 4 hours, and depending on the day, it could be morning or evening. There won't be directly a set schedule because I'll be going live more often. However, I still plan on going live in the mornings on... My brain just fried. Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm like, hold on. What day of the week is it? On 420. That's funny. Also, that is not for the intended purpose that you guys are thinking when I say 420. Tax office closes that day. I am a Cancer. I have been clean from that particular type of flower for like 9 months now. So, no judgment to people who do it. I had to do it for different reasons, but you do you. I will never judge you for that kind of thing, or addiction, or any reason. We all have different reasons. We all have different lives. We all have different experiences. I'm proud of you for just being here. I love that. Congratulations, Jersey. Amanda, most of my exes were Aries, is what I will respond to that with. For people who see this, the comment was, have you heard about the theory that we attract a sun sign that we need to embrace within ourselves? Yeah. I am a Libra Mars. I used to be very unaggressive. Suppress any kind of passion, suppress any anger. I believe that theory entirely. Yeah. Yes, embrace your emotions. It's so important. Even if it's really difficult. Coming from a Capricorn moon, it can be really hard. All right, you guys. We're going to go ahead and do another energy cleanse, and then I'm going to go ahead and do energy protection for you, and we're going to call it good for the day. I have to go get ready for work. My other work. Though this is more fun, so. Of course. I'm glad that you guys made it in. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The Leos, I used to attract them too, but mostly when it comes to relationships, it was Aries. Of course. Of course. Scorpios, you need more mystery in your life. And boundaries. You need more boundaries, Mariah. Sorry to call you out. Sagittarius, you need more adventure. Leo, you need to be more flashy. Have more fun. Do something spontaneous. Do something, dress up. Play dress up. Get dressed in a ball gown for no reason. Dress like you're going to a Ren fair. Do something spontaneous. Go climb a cliff. Don't do that unless you're being safe and you know how to do it. Like, don't be like me. I've climbed a cliff in flip-flops. Don't recommend it, but it was also pretty fun. You're married to a Cancer and you're a Cancer? Honestly, I'm impressed you managed to make that work. Nothing against it as a Cancer. It's just, it's a lot to deal with. Kudos. I mean that. Not sarcastic. Pisces double Gemini. Oh gosh. I love that though for you. I'm proud of you guys. That's impressive. I can get along with other Cancers as friends, but like my sister's a Cancer and I'm a Cancer. I'll leave it at that. Always Florida girl. I'm not gonna lie, that might actually just be a trauma response connected to your dad. Sorry. Yeah, definitely need to break that one. First up, choosing yourself and knowing that you're actually worthy of being loved and supported. Definitely look into self-empowerment. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do an energy protection and then we're gonna hop off. And you guys can follow my YouTube channel if you'd like to. In case TikTok does get banned in the US, you guys will be able to catch me there. This summer I'm going to start doing guided meditations as well, and they will be Reiki assisted. So you guys will have a little bit extra help with the meditation. So if you guys are interested, it's the same name as you see here. And I'm going to try to post all of my videos from here on there. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I might also start posting some readings on there too, but I haven't decided on that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and use some warrior stone for protection. See, I am good at it. It's just getting the wording right and then knowing exactly what I want to do before I start. I think I'm going to start with angelic meditations for energy cleansing and the chakras, but also connecting to either the deity that you want to reach out to or that wants to connect to you, ancestors, spirit guides, etc. And then we'll go from there, whatever I feel called to. I might do affirmations at some point as well. But again, these are mights. At some point, I might get to them. I don't want to bombard myself with tasks because I have a tendency of being a workaholic already. All right, you guys. Well, it was nice seeing you. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Be safe. Make sure that you're drinking a lot of water. Maybe some apple juice for some reason I'm picking up on. Do something nice for yourself. Even if it's just taking a walk. Take some deep breaths. Focus on you for a little bit. You deserve so many good things, and I'm so proud of you for doing anything that you can for yourself. Always choose you. You are very important. Not just to me, but to everyone, whether they see it or not. You deserve good things. I love you. You are safe. Keep going, okay? I'm so proud of you. Goodbye, you guys. I'll catch you next time.